Many households in Kenya depend either directly or indirectly on micro and small enterprises (MSMEs). Employing an average of 10 people and operating in sectors like agriculture and trade, these enterprises, fondly referred to as the Jua Kali in Kiswahili, contribute a big share of the country's gross domestic product (GDP). Nevertheless, despite the pivotal role they play in the country's socio-economic development, especially in creating jobs and providing an avenue for households to market their farm produce among other goods, micro and small enterprises face overwhelming challenges that hinder their growth to the next level. In the worst-case scenario, these challenges ultimately lead to the death of the said enterprises. Indeed, according to a survey that was conducted by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics in 2017, about 400,000 MSMEs do not celebrate their second birthday, while only a few reach their fifth. Some of the major challenges faced by MSMEs include inadequate capital, limited market access, lack of adequate skills and knowledge on how to run their businesses formally, as well as poor infrastructure. Topping the list of hurdles in this sector is inadequate capital for the day-to-day operation of their businesses and to facilitate growth to the next level. Sadly though, given the informal nature of their businesses, most of the mainstream lenders shun them. For that reason, microfinance institutions (MFIs) have come in handy in financing MSMEs through their flexible lending models. For instance, micro-entrepreneurs form groups which enable them to co-guarantee one another in order to access credit, as opposed to offering collaterals like title deeds to the lenders. The loans disbursed by MFIs, though small, enable MSMEs to navigate the turbulent waters of entrepreneurship. To paint this picture further, MFIs also need huge amount funds for on lending to the small businesses at fair rates. One of the key sources of these funds is wholesale lenders' apex institutions. Indeed, the approach of wholesale lending to financial institutions for onward lending to micro-enterprises has spurred economic growth largely in the MSME sector. One of the major wholesale lenders in Kenya is the Micro-Enterprises Support Program Trust MESPT, which was established way back in 2002 by the European Union and the Government of Kenya. The trust became operational in 2003. It was amended in 2007 to incorporate new partners, and subsequently the Danish Development Corporation (Danida) came on board.
My name is Rafael Kulia. I'm the head of Credit and Business Development at MESP. MESP is Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust. It's a trust under the Government of Kenya in the Royal Danish Embassy. MESP was established in 2002 by the European Union and the Government of Kenya, and subsequently, when the program ended, the Royal Danish Embassy took over. That's why currently the founding members is the Royal Danish Embassy and the Government of Kenya.
As a trust, MESPT has always operated with the aim of enabling Kenya to attain her economic goals by supporting and contributing towards the country's key national development agendas. It is predominantly involved in agriculture value chains development as well as financing of financial intermediaries. In that regard, the trust focuses on serving unique and emerging sectors which require financing and capacity building, such as clean and renewable energy for households, as well as smart agriculture, whose objective is to promote a sustainable green economy in our country.
So our model is a triangle and is integrated in the sense at the apex we have the producer group. At the bottom on the left, that's why we have the off-takers, the marketers I was talking about. And maybe it's good to say at this point that aspect of market linkage is what makes our model unique and to have impact. And now on the right side, that's why we have the financing arm. And now this financing arm feeds to the two parties there, that is the producer and the market. And this we do through now lending to financial institutions. That's our intervention. So, having said that, one of our key pillar is enterprise development, and because now you have seen we work on the value chains, another key pillar is value chain development. Also now the third pillar, which we incorporated recently through the program we're currently running called Green Growth Youth Employment Program, we have the Green Growth pillar. It is basically greening the activities in the value chain.
MESPT's development approach is based on a three-tier triangular model that focuses on farmers, small and medium enterprises (SMEs), as well as financial intermediaries, all intertwined. At the apex of this model is the producer group. At the bottom left, we have the off-takers, marketers, while at the bottom right is the financial component. The trust has endeavored to make this model sustainable so much so that, in the event of its exit, the enterprises are able to continue with their operations in a profitable way. In all sides of the triangle, there are service providers offering inputs, agro products, animal husbandry, and art, hence making the model sustainable.
Through intervention, through the intermediaries of financial institutions, currently we have three major products. The general loan, that now goes to the enterprises. It's fund lending to the enterprises. Then you have value chain loan, and the value chain loan is for lending to other players in the value chain. This is all the way from the farmer all the way to the market, because you find their transporters in there, their agrovets inside there. So it's to service, to make the whole value chain work, giving access to the value chain. Then you have the green financing loan. And the green financing loan is for green technology solution, maybe renewable energy, waste management. So, and all these, maybe the specific example is solar energy, clean cook stove, biogas, and also water management in terms of drip irrigation kits. So it's basically to give access for the farmers to have access to capital, to be able to embrace these green technologies as they do their work in the farms.
Through its financial intermediaries, MESPT is currently offering three major products: the general loan, value chain loan, and green financing loan. The general loan goes to the enterprises, while the value chain one is lent to the players in various agricultural value chains, ranging from the farm all the way to the market. The green financing loan, on the other hand, is for green technology solutions including renewable energy, waste management, solar energy, biogas, and water management drip irrigation kits. The facility enables farmers to access capital for the installation of green technology solutions. The end result has enhanced financial inclusion for micro enterprises since they are able to access capital, create jobs, and earn their livelihoods. The trust is focusing on growing its portfolio sustainably in order to reach more players at the marketplace. In essence, as a trust, MESPT is not commercially driven. Working with the organization as a financial partner of choice goes beyond advancing a loan facility.
All those products are the ones we do wholesale lending for. That's when they come in for general loan, it's a wholesale loan, but for that purpose. Wholesale loan for value chain, wholesale loan for green. So that's basically the way we package it.
According to Korea, the growth of MESPT over the years can mainly be attributed to the fact that it has remained faithful to its mission of promoting economic growth, employment creation, and poverty alleviation by offering financial and capacity building support to small enterprises. MESPT is also looking forward to growing its financial muscle and portfolio by raising funds locally and internationally. In order to reach the rural areas where most of the MSMEs are based, MESPT has regional offices in Eastern, Coast, Rift Valley, and Central regions. The objective of these offices is to promote the organization's programs and interventions in the respective regions and to be well positioned among the target market. Since one of its core objectives is to enhance financial inclusion, MESPT does not lend directly to individual borrowers. That is clearly spelled out in its trust deed. On the contrary, it does so through financial intermediaries by offering them very competitive rates. Owing to the fact that MESPT does a thorough due diligence on all the institutions it lends to in order to ensure that they are of a sound financial standing and their corporate governance structure is solid, the default risk is minimal. The potential of wholesale lending in the country remains largely untapped, and there are only a few key players in that market segment. As more financial institutions continue to be set up in the country, owing largely to the entrepreneurial spirit of Kenyans, MESPT is set to grow its share of the cake in that business because of its friendly terms and innovative product offering. The future of the leading Apex institution can therefore only get better.
The impact of this is it has brought in financial inclusion because the last mile user, they're able to have access to finance. So that's one of the major impacts we have had. Also, at the same time, it's also able to change the livelihoods because when that money goes to enterprise development, it means more money is made or incomes are increased at the household level. And this goes a long way in meeting our mission of financial inclusion.
As a wholesaler in finance, MESPT is currently working with about 32 financial institutions with a countrywide presence. On average, the loans are accessed by about 20,000 clients per institution. Consequently, over 600,000 clients have been reached by MESPT's funding through the financial intermediaries it has partnered with. As at December 2017, the cumulative value of loans that MESPT had disbursed since its inception was a whopping 5.11 billion shillings. This is a clear demonstration that it has had a huge impact on the growth of MSMEs, which is largely dependent on the availability of adequate capital. It is also important to note that MESPT's loan pricing is relatively fair, and that is why many financial intermediaries have partnered with it.
We'd like to thank our partners and our stakeholders, the people we have worked with, our clients. MESP is still the partner of choice. We will continue working together and look working together for the growth of enterprises and for poverty alleviation. MESP is a choice. Thank you.
Partnerships in business come with various benefits ranging from new ideas, tapping experiences, creating opportunities and avenues for improving the existing products. It's never easy to get a partner who entrusts you with financial resources unless you have a clear and concise investment plan, can be trusted and pass the background checks. One of MESP's partner is Juhudi Kilimo, a credit-only microfinance institution which provides wealth-generating solutions to rural smallholder farmers and entrepreneurs, as well as unique products and value-added services. Besides offering a facility to further the operations of Juhudi Kilimo through an increased loan portfolio, MESPT continues to provide the MFI with other supportive services such as technical assistance in various areas. MESPT gives Juhudi technical assistance around capacity building, staff training, and clean energy insights to accelerate the uptake of the clean energy loans. Juhudi Kilimo looks forward to growing and nurturing the partnership with MESPT. The two institutions have some level of convergence in their mission and vision, and this is what informs the commitment towards the partnership. MESPT has shown commitment in a number of areas, including the provision of loans to financial intermediaries for on-lending to enterprises, issuance of agriculture value chain loans, credit guarantees for green growth enterprises, and capacity building. Such support and partnership from MESPT will help bridge the gap in affordable lending to smallholder farmers in rural areas, encourage agribusiness, and spur economic development. Bernard Kivava, the Chief Executive Officer of Juhudi Kilimo, expresses his gratitude to MESPT for the collaboration and looks forward to more engagements for the benefit of the rural smallholder farmers as the institution strives to revolutionize agri-lending.
The other thing worth addressing is that Juhudi Kilimo, as I mentioned, does not operate in isolation. We have both local and international partners that we are working with. At local level, we are working with institutions like MESPT, for example. They've come in and done some background check about this institution and found that whatever we do is also aligned with what they wish to do. And out of it, they've also come in strongly and supported us financially and granted us a facility that we can lend to our rural smallholder farmers in order to improve their livelihoods at the same time. And so this is a partnership that I'm looking forward to grow and ensure that we nurture it to a very good level, given that this is a local institution and that their terms have been very conducive given what we get from international institutions, and so I really appreciate what MESPT has done for Juhudi Kilimo, and I'm looking forward for a strong engagement with MESPT and be able to get more funding for our customers and be able to accelerate our growth and at the same time include as many people as possible into the stream of banking.
Micro Enterprise Support Program Trust MESPT is also one of the biggest partners of BMAS. MESPT was one of the first institutions that BMAS borrowed from way back in 2011. When the credit-only microfinance institution approached MESPT for support, it not only got a loan facility but also a training package for its staff and board members in corporate governance and financial management. Of critical importance, BMAS was able to interconnect all its branches through that support, hence facilitating real-time data sharing.
You find MESPT, our Micro Enterprise Support Program Trust, is one of our main partners. I love them because the first people we borrowed from, other than the government, which had given the subsidized loans which were given to women and the youth through the youth and women funds that have been set by the Kibaki government. MESPT was the first institution that trusted us with their money. We had gotten to a point where we needed a lot of resources in this institution.
Do you know what year was it? Which year?
This is 2011.
Okay.
2011. And in 2011, when we approached MESPT, they came on board not only with loans, but also with capacity building funds. And the partnership that we have had with MESPT is one of the greatest partnerships that any institution would want to have. We went to MESPT when we had not connected our branches. We had centralized systems that people had to go out there in the field, record their data, send the data to head office, and then we would post. Through the association and the support of MESPT, we have been able now to connect all our branches, the 22 of them. And today, we have IT base in every branch, and we were able to get real-time data from the field. The other aspect that we have had with them is capacity building. In terms of training, they have trained our staff in very many areas. We started with credit risk, we went into lending, we went into management of portfolios, and a lot of training has been done, even at the board level, where we have had several corporate governance trainings to equip our board to make it a more efficient board. And these interventions that MESPT has made over time have gone a great way to ensure that this institution is sustainable. We are happy with that partnership. We are praying that they will be able to move to higher levels where they can be able to support more institutions. For us, we feel without this partnership, we would not have gotten to where we are. And therefore, we can only wish them success, even as they look for other partners, even as they support others. And I can assure them that for us as an institution, as BIMAS, we are more than happy to walk this journey with them.
Okay.